Hey, what's up guys, Miggy here. I've been trying out these awesome new drums from RS Drums, Progressive Prodigy. Let's dive into it. Hey, what's up guys? Today we're checking out the RS Drums Progressive Prodigy. This is a sick kit for songwriting, full productions. Let's get into the DAW and you guys can see it. So here's my RS kit. It's my own preset. It's called the Decimator. Check it out if you want the preset. I'm gonna leave the link to the description, the link in the description below. That was a tongue twister. Anyway, this is a track that Tyler, the bass player of Chasing Stars, recorded, just to mess around with the drums and get a full sound for him. So here it is. Nice little sick demo. So yeah, so I use the RS drums. These are my kit right here. I pretty much took the preset, the Modern Metal Drums preset. There's two of them. I don't know why. I took the one that says 1 and kind of made it my own little thing. So right into the mixer here. Just did a few little things like turning down the snare in the turning down the kick in the rooms and the overheads. It's kind of a cool drum set. I mean, right now we're running it on stereo, so you can kind of get the whole feel for it right here. So if I press X over here in Logic, you can see my whole one channel thing. So it's all running over here. A little bit of post-processing. We're running into a little compression, a little bit of EQ, just to kind of get it to sound a little bit more massive than what it is. But all in all, if you want just the drum set to, like, you know, write some songs or go into full production with it, ideally you would want to route these out. And you can. I do have a template with these already routed out, and they work really well for certain things. So you can individually mix your kick, mix your snare, your overheads, your cymbals, and you could change all the pieces here. Like there's like 5 different snares that you can mess with. They'll have their own different sound. They're all iconic. I like the sledgehammer. That sounds pretty cool. The atomizer. So yeah. So if you guys go into the mixer here, you'll be able to see all the plugins that come with the kit. These are all loaded with the presets. So whatever you guys want to open up, it gives you a nice little sound clip of how it kind of sounds. Stick with the Modern Metal Drums. And every time you load one of these up, it's going to change all the plugins and their parameters. So it's pretty cool. I mean, we have transient designers in here. We have EQs. We have saturators, which are really helpful. So it really comes to show you that if you want to, like, just use this as a standalone plugin, you can. It does run through Contact, so you have to download the Contact player. Make sure you get the more recent one because they always keep updating stuff. It's a little bit crazy, but it is what it is. But yeah, you get all these plugins with the drum kits, so that's pretty nice. So right here, what we're looking at is the Submixer. So the other one, the main mixer, is pretty much has everything, all the main parts of the drums. The Submixer, it kind of goes into more detail. So this is where you can really get kind of crazy with your sounds. Like if I solo the and I want to mess around with just like the rooms, the snare room or whatever, I could just, you can hear those rooms really pushing that snare. So this is where you can go really into in depth with how you want your drums to sound. The rooms and the RS kit sound phenomenal. Wherever these drums were recorded is amazing. So good job guys over at RS Drums. So, and you have one of those for everything. So you have kick. Normally, I don't like to have kick on my overheads, just a little bit in the room. And this is how you kind of clean everything up and make it sound unique to you. So we got options for the kick. We got snare. We got toms. We got the gong drum, which is crazy sounding thing. I mean, we have hi-hats. We got cymbals, china. So you can go through all these parameters and really pinpoint exactly what you want on your tracks. Like I said, ideally, if you're going to be doing full production with these, you do want to route these out In Logic, it's pretty simple. You just go down here to the plus and you add them. You hit this little plus sign here and it'll start adding these aux tracks. And on those aux tracks, when you go to the drums, you see over here it says, kick. Let's go to the main mixer. It makes it easier. So you go to the main mixer and you'll see down here, you see master, and then you'll be able to route these out into those. So out 1 would be aux 1, out 2 would be aux 2. And that's it. That's pretty much how you route those. So if you want to take the time, if you want me to make a video on how to route these out on Logic, let me know, and then we'll get that done. But let me know in the description below. All right, guys, so over here you can see the one-shots. Now, this is really cool. Normally, people use Slate Trigger or any kind of like triggering software to add samples over their drums. Here, you can actually do it in the box, and it's really cool the way that it does it. So let's say, for example, I want to get a new snare over here. I'm going to go over to my messy desktop, and I'm going to grab my one of my samples. Let's use let's use something that's like kind of obvious. Where is it? Let's grab one of my snares over here. This one is the Migs Sanre, because I spelled it wrong, but it doesn't matter. We're doing cool stuff over here. We're gonna close that out. So now I have that trigger set up in the drum. So I normally like to set it for the rim shot, and when you hear it, you could hear it underneath it. So every time I hit a rim shot, that trigger is going to actually trigger, which is really cool. You could do that with the kick. You could do like different snare rooms, different toms, different sounds. If you want to go with like a weird electronic hit or something, you could do that in here. It's really cool that they give you this option because a lot of drum samplers don't do that. A lot of drum libraries don't do that. So that's really cool. So moving on, now we have the envelopes. On this page, you could actually set the amount of attack, hold, and release that you have on each of the individual shells. I'll be honest, I don't really use this stuff. I think this is probably more like if you're going to be triggering some stuff with it, and maybe you don't want the transient to kind of hit underneath another trigger or something. I don't use this. I normally use this as my main drums if I'm going to use them, but it's nice to know that you have the option to mess around with all these envelopes if you want like attackier drums or a bigger transient or a smaller one. All right, guys, and here we've hit the grooves page. This is really cool. It kind of reminds me of something that Superior Drummer does, where they have like these little groove packs in it. These are all grooves from the man himself, Simon Sandez. If you don't know who Simon Sandez is, what are you doing? He's the drummer of Evergrey. Like, hello, wake up. But it's cool. Like, there's a whole bunch of drum fills and stuff here that he's recorded that's pretty much set into the MIDI. So let's just go preview through a few of them. You got fills. We got grooves. Drum builds. It's pretty sick. So, like, even if you have no idea how to, like, program drums, you could actually go in here and just get, like, something that kind of works for your track and just do some cool stuff over it. And I think that's pretty awesome that you have that option to do that. And our last page, we've hit the settings section. This is where you could actually set all your triggers where you want them to be. If you want to hit a certain note on the piano roll. Yeah, this is what this is. So it's a pretty boring page, really. It's just a whole bunch of things on a keyboard. So, like, let's say, for example, if I want to change this drum kit from hitting C1, I want it to be C2. I could change it here if I could find it now. Let me see. Where is it? There you go. That's C2. So, yeah. Like I said, pretty boring page. Not something that a lot of people use. But, for example, let's say you do get... Let me make sure I reset this back to where it was before. There we go. But if you do get sometimes... if you get MIDI from external sources, the drum routing could be a little bit different. So somebody could actually get this and make a custom mapping for it. And they can send you that custom mapping, and then you put it into your drum software, and then you actually get the same thing that they're hearing. So very useful, more of a tool than anything kind of production-wise. But it's really cool that you have, again, the option to do stuff like this. And this is a very powerful drum library. I recommend everybody goes out and gets it. Even if you don't use it as your main kit, just the samples themselves are really great quality. The room that I was recorded in sounds amazing. So try these out. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video of me rambling through RS drums, Progressive Prodigy. Like I said, the Decimator kit preset will be in the description below. So go grab it for free. I'm not charging you guys to get some cool sounding drum kits. It's already ready to like kind of mix and do your own thing to it. Just instead of stereo, use your drums on multi-out And again, if you guys want me to make a video of me routing these drums in Logic, let me know. I will do it from a blank DAW, and we can work from there. So that said, take care, guys. Have an awesome day. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and Miggy out.